Come in with the Schwartz. Come in with the Schwartz.
Schwartz coming.
There's
there
the
he
Schwartz.
Is. There's our guy.
We're talking about the Cornetto trilogy because this is an Edgar Wright movie that you're making me watch today called Drive.
Drive, Baby Drive? No, that's not it. Baby Driver. 2017's Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. Edgar Wright, 2017. Shake. Give me 2 words or less for Baby Driver.
This movie is exciting. Exciting is my word.
Okay.
Pausing for ice cream.
Lamb.
What's your word? Word? Schwartz?
I'm gonna go slick.
Slick. I like that. That's nice. Anthony, coming with the ice cream.
Smooth.
Ooh. Slick, smooth, and exciting.
Sounds like my sex life.
Sensual. All
Baby
right,
Driver.
let's talk about this
It
movie.
is slick, smooth, and exciting. Talk about it. What was that? Did you just pop a bottle of wine?
I may have.
Jesus.
No big
It's
deal.
baby blood.
Baby blood.
While you're pouring yourself some baby blood, why don't you tell us a little bit about Baby Driver?
All right. Baby Driver is in my opinion, a pretty fantastic movie about a getaway driver who is kind of like
A zombie.
forced into doing this getaway driver work. We learn from his boss, played by Kevin Spacey. But this movie, to me, it's like this super fun like action musical. To me, it's a musical without singing, because it's like everything is so like in sync. Everything is so like well paced, like rhythmic. Yes, like so even like to the point where like some of the characters aren't even like that deep or anything like that, and like sometimes it's a very simple plot because it's all like it's flash over substance in this case, which we can argue can be a good or bad thing, but I think in this case it just makes for a really fun, enjoyable movie.
Yeah. Characters, okay. Storyline, whatever. I guess that's not what the movie was about.
Right. This is I mean, I think it is good. I think it's clever. It's fun. But it's simple. It's a simple storyline. It's essentially like a getaway driver trying to get out of this world of crime. A little bit of a love story going on. Eventually, it becomes like a love story with him and this girl that he meets. But it's this. It's just overall, it's just a slick fucking action movie with like great car chases, great like bank robbery sequences, and all of the excuse me, all the sequences are like perfectly synced up with like dope music. It's like super fun music, like super great action, like and aided by the direction of Edgar Wright, of course. Like Edgar Wright is a fucking great visual storyteller with this movie, the camera movements, the cutting, like the editing, like everything about this is so like on point when it comes to like the visual element of it all. Schwartz, do you agree?
Yeah.
Or how do you feel?
I love this movie. I think this is a great movie. I think I disagree with the whole thing Anthony said about not having good characters. I think it's got some really cool characters. I thought Jamie.
I didn't
Foxx
say
and-
not good. I just said okay.
I think they don't have a lot of depth, but I think the characters themselves are like fun characters, like all the criminals and stuff.
Zero depth.
Yeah, sorry, I'll let you go.
They're comic book-esque characters.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I really like them. I think Jamie Foxx and John Hamm are my favorite characters in the whole movie.
Absolutely.
Especially
John Hamm is, yeah. Fucking love John Hamm in this movie.
But I thought he didn't use the same crew twice. Seems like there was only like 6 people that he used.
I think the same like 4 he won't use in this, like in the same group. But I mean, like Baby Driver, or Baby is always the driver.
Yeah.
And I liked how Joe Berthal's character was like, "Hey, if you don't see me, I'm dead." And I never saw him, so he's probably dead.
Right, that was pretty fun. I had to look for that again. On a rewatch, I had to watch for that. I'm like, does he ever come back? There's some funny dialogue.
The characters were just whatever. They were just like, all right, let's have like an angry character with tattoos, and let's have John Hamm and his girl, because they were just that's what they were. It was basically just changed out John Bernthal, the dude from the zombie movie or the zombie show.
Yeah, with Jamie Foxx.
To Jamie Foxx. That was kind of all that changed.
And then there was the other group. There was
there's like, okay, like this is who they are. No need for any kind of explanation.
And there was
I did
Flea.
like John Hamm's character. Yes, and I just realized that was Flea.
Yeah,
that's awesome. He was Johnny No Nose.
Yes, formerly Johnny the Nose.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Number one, it was hilarious. The introduction, formerly Johnny the Nose.
Yes.
Number two, I love Flea.
Yeah.
Katatius Johnson. Other than that, I mean, like, well, it was cool. It was cool. It was a good movie. It was rhythmically cut. It was like a music video. It was cut to the music. It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought, because there was like more, there were definitely scenes that were just more traditionally shot and everything, not like super cut to music. But when, like, I guess all the action scenes, all the chase scenes, down from the gunshots to the lights changing to
I mean, a lot of musicals are like that too, though. We'll have like those inner in between scenes of the music sequences.
I mean, it definitely were shot differently. All the music sequences, like you said, were synced up with the cuts and with the cues of the people's body movement and slamming of doors and gunshots and all that kind of stuff. And then when he shot the sequences that weren't like that, they were kind of a lot of moving camera, whether it be dolly shots or long one-ers. Like, they definitely split it up pretty well.
Yeah. And even in the musical choices, like if you listen to the lyrics, like the lyrics are even like
what's happening
for the situation and scenario.
Yeah. I mean, I think like every other Edgar Wright movie, it's definitely style over substance, no matter what movie you think about. But he's definitely a unique voice. You know what I mean? Everything he does is 100% him. He's like Wes Anderson in that way.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. The music, the look, the style. It's definitely an Edgar Wright movie.
Is it though? I mean, like, it doesn't. I wouldn't compare it to any of the like the Cornetto trilogy. I wouldn't compare it to those. It doesn't look or feel anything like those movies.
Well, it's edited in the same pace. So it's got the same rapid editing style. And what I mean is that
I don't think it does. I don't think it has. It doesn't have that style, that like super specific, quick editing that Edgar Wright's known for. I don't think it has that kind of.
Look at the chases. They're there. I don't think they're as like procedural as the other movies would be. Like how we're like the Shaun of the Dead's like, we're gonna go to the bar, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this, and then it's like cutting all these like things together. I think the pace of the editing can be very comparable, but I think I know what you mean with in that sense. It's not the same as they would be in those Cornetto trilogies.
If I didn't know it was an Edgar Wright movie, I wouldn't think it was an Edgar Wright movie watching it.
Well, the movie's like 1917 that it has a gimmick. The 1917 gimmick is that it's one take. And this gimmick is that it's set to predetermined music. Like, he chose all the music before anything. Like, it's camera moves are made for the songs, and that's the movie. That's what the movie's about.
Yeah, I believe they like even used the music like while they shot it. It was like they had the music playing with the camera movements on set. It was just a movie I believe Edgar Wright wanted to make for years before actually like making it, being able to like have the like capabilities to make it. Like, he had to build himself up in I think in the director's world to be able to pull this thing off. And he pulled it off really fucking well.
He was making Ant-Man for a while. Like, he was in pre-production for Ant-Man for years, and then he left that. And they were like, "What the hell do you want to do?" And he's like, "I want to make Baby Driver," and he got to make it.
Fuck Ant-Man.
Right.
Ant-Man was great.
I don't really think so. I thought Ant-Man was not very good. Like, I think.
I mean, it would have been better if he made it.
True. I wanted a lot more out of Ant-Man. I expected a lot more out of Ant-Man.
Wait, hold on. So he didn't make Ant-Man?
No,
he left before they started shooting, but he is credited with writing it and producing it.
Oh, so he was making Ant-Man, and then
he left because he had
creative differences.
Creative differences with Marvel. Yeah.
Fuck Ant-Man.
Yeah, they're not that good.
I mean, he's the reason why Paul Rudd's in it. He cast Paul Rudd. He also cast Michael Douglas too.
I like the Ant-Man character in the other Avengers movies, but I don't like the Ant-Man movies.
I like Deadpool.
Deadpool's great.
That feels kind of Edgar Wrighty. The humor, at least.
I guess there's just like certain things that Edgar Wright does that that I'm used to that weren't in here, and I think it is what you're talking about, kind of the procedural, like we're gonna do this, all right, and then it's like the build up, like Pineapple Express when they're getting ready to go with the guns, that kind of fast cutting, or Shaun of the Dead when they're getting ready to go with guns, Hot Fuzz, that type of pew, 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 that type of quickness. But I mean, I guess the pacing is similar, but.
There was some of that though, like when he shifted the gears of the car and then he would change the song and then you see like the wheels and shit would squeak. Like it's not as on the nose as those, but it was definitely.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right.
Remind me, does he do that stuff for like Scott Pilgrim? Because I know that was one of his earlier movies.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Most deaf.
I haven't seen that in quite a while, so I can't really.
That was after Scott. That was after Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, but before.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah, but it was after. It was after. It's before. It's after Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, but before World's End.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. It was 2010. I thought it was really.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead's 04. Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're old as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's the year I graduated high school. I'm an old piece of shit.
Jesus, you graduated in 04?
Dude, Flea had the best line in the movie where he says, "That's a no, page 1."
Right. There was so many good like criminal lines, like an informant with a nasal problem. Like that was always a funny one to me because they're just referring to like someone's coke habit. John Hamm would say like, "Once the nose bag's empty, I'll come back." Like it's always like, I don't know. Is it nose humor? It's nose/drug humor.
Kevin Spacey is a huge cocaine dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also likes little boys.
This is definitely Kevin Spacey's last big role. He hasn't made anything since this. This was his last hurrah.
I mean, he'll be back though. Like, what did Kevin Spacey do?
Supposedly, he tried to diddle little kid.
Like, I think he tried to diddle one like 16-year-old boy once. Is that enough to condemn him?
We almost had a wholesome episode.
Or jury or executioner, but it seems like he's canceled.
He's not.
I think it's canceled. I mean, he got straight edited out of his last movie and replaced. And like a lot of it was reshot with a new actor, Christopher Plummer. Was it All the Money in the World? Was that what the movie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
And then
Are you ready for this?
His own show got canceled, and he got replaced by his wife.
This is bullshit. Wife. This is bullshit. Ready? On December 18th, Spacey was charged. On December 2018, Spacey was charged with a felony for allegedly sexually assaulting journalist Heather Unher's 18-year-old son.
Okay.
He came on to an 18-year-old dude.
Well, I also heard.
Are we going to condemn him for that?
All right. For another thing I heard though, there was the actor. What is his name? He was a blonde dude. He was in fucking Dazed and Confused. I'm blanking right now on his name.
Sean Penn.
No, I guess it doesn't matter his name.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, it's the guy.
Todd Quinoa.
No.
Isn't that your porn name?
But anyway, it was like a young actor, and he said
Anthony Rapp.
Yeah, that guy. And yeah, he like spoke out about how Kevin Spacey tried to, I don't know, diddle him when he was like young and innocent. I don't really remember the circumstances.
He accused Spacey of assaulting him when Rapp was 14 years old.
There you go. I don't know. Again, I can't fucking speak to it. We don't know what the fuck
Spacey
happened.
deflected by coming out as gay. So apparently he came on to a 14-year-old, according to him, according to the 14-year-old / who he's like 70 now. So listen,
we don't know what happened. So we don't know.
We know what he's accused of by one person.
True. And it kind of makes his role in this movie a little creepier because he's essentially taking advantage of a younger male, not in that sort of way, but in ways.
Here. More than 30 accusers have come forward.
See, there you go. He was like heavy. He was like heavy, a heavy Me Too guy. He was like the next generation of like Harvey Weinstein. So, you know, we don't know what happened, but a lot of fucking people said the same shit about him. So if enough people say the same thing, like it might be true, but we don't know.
Dude likes to fuck, I guess.
Maybe.
Thing is, man, is right now he's canceled. But I mean,
He's out
I'm
for now.
I'm a big Kevin Spacey fan as far
Spacey
as
fan,
acting
sure.
goes. I
Big
mean, he's
Spacey
made some
fan.
fucking classic fucking shit, man.
Yeah, American Beauty is like one of my favorite movies. Like American Beauty is like one of the reasons I got into like television and like movie shit. Like I love that movie growing up. Like that was one of my favorite shits. And even that movie, like the questionable weird shit in that movie with this character. So it's all the same, but it's still a fucking classic movie. You can't not. I think we talked about this like in one of our last episodes. Like I'm not stopping to listen to Michael Jackson. So I'm still gonna do
What?
Kevin
You
Spacey's
do?
work.
You still listen to Michael Jackson?
Yeah, and I'll get down. I Believe I Can Fly.
You disgust
These
me.
people might be terrible people, but they still did good work. And
You can
what it is.
separate the art from the artist.
yes,
You
Yeah, I
disgust
can.
me.
I think I can too, honestly.
Yeah, well, you hate the troops, Schwartz,
I love the
true.
troops.
Yeah.
I don't know why you spread such lies.
because you're full of hate, and it's
Well-
specified to one group of people, and you say troops. So I'm just repeating what you say.
It's true.
Yeah.
You will probably go on an anti-troop rant once we stop recording. Like this is
This
just
is
typically
blasphemy.
a
Did you say
podcast.
anti-troop or anti-Jew? What'd you say?
This is blasphemy.
They're interchangeable with him, but
Let's not
You
forget.
are
who-
disgusting, Schwartz.
Let's not forget who Speederman is. All right. Let's not
It's true.
forget.
what
Who is
movie were we talking about?
Speederman,
Baby Driver, great
Wait,
the
soundtrack.
one and
so
only Speederman.
Apparently, in 1985, a 17-year-old boy. In 1986, Kate Edwards. 1988, Justin Dawes. 1995, Mark Ebnock. 1995, anonymous crew member from Albino Alligator.
Dude,
Apparently,
95.
apparently
he won his
Spacey
Oscar.
has been
He
getting
won his Oscar in
down
95. His first Oscar.
Yeah,
So he
I
was
was pretty
doing
was
for
nasty.
Albino Alligator.
No, for Usual Suspects. Kaiser Soze.
Never heard of it.
On the set of Baby Driver, Barenthal called him a jerk, or he
Oh.
said he was like being a jerk on set or something like that.
I can see Kevin Spacey being kind of a dick.
Yeah,
I could see Kevin Spacey trying to grab my dick.
Yeah, as do many young men.
Yeah, but here's the thing: of the 30 people that he's assaulted, and I'm putting that in quote, 2008, an anonymous 23-year-old man. What did he do? What did he do to a 23-year-old man?
I don't know. We don't know.
I wasn't there, man.
I'm
Would
just
you-
saying.
I hung out with
23,
Spacey a lot, but that wasn't one I
23
did.
years old. Come on.
He played a pretty good villain.
Dude,
in the
he's
movie
fucking
Baby
John,
Driver.
He's John Doe in Seven. Come on.
Yeah, great villain there. Pretty
And
great
then they
villain
say,
in The
and then
Usual
they
Suspects.
say, I mean, they frame him. This is a bad website I'm looking at here.
Yeah, let's go back to
Maybe
the movie.
move on to the movie.
Kevin
Back to the
Spacey.
movie.
How about Jamie Foxx's character? The way he went out was pretty great too.
He did go up pretty good. Yeah,
Just fucking smashed his fucking chest open.
yeah, total psychopath. That was a good
That
one.
was sick.
That was,
Yeah, I also like
how did he go out? I don't remember.
it was when they were at the bank and
I'm thinking about Kevin Spacey's sexual assaults right now.
or the post office, and he was given Baby Driver or Baby a bunch of shit, and like he just rode into like the spikes
yeah,
that
yeah,
were like
yeah,
hanging
yeah,
off
yeah.
the truck, so he like impaled him, which is I feel like
He
it was
goes, "I moved."
uncharacteristic of Baby.
Yeah,
To
baby's
kill
a
a guy.
murderer.
it had to be done. He had to
Guess
go.
it had to be done.
Listen,
a
are we
bad
going to
guy.
talk about the loopholes in this movie, or are we just going to talk about how it was edited to the music?
No, there are certain flaws, and there's certainly a lot of convenient parts. But
The
I
movie
think
wa-
that
The movie
Go
was
ahead.
a shtick.
movie was a shtick.
The movie was
do
a
you mean?
shtick.
Go on.
It was a shtick. It was edited to the music. That was the shtick.
Yes, but it was highly enjoyable.
Very fun.
It
Very
was
fun to watch.
mostly enjoyable. It was too long,
The only parts that
and it
the
was a
only parts
little
I could live
boring.
without. The only parts I live without is the stuff with him and his adopted dad. That stuff just got boring as hell.
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
that.
the in between
his dad.
action sequences weren't always my favorite. I think you were right. Like some of these in betweens did drag a little bit. I think like the movie was certainly held together just by a bunch of dope car chases and action sequences and good music.
I mean, I think my favorite part of the movie was the villains, honestly. I thought John Hamm and his girl were really fun. I thought they were super cliche, but John Hamm's the man. He can do everything. And Jamie Foxx was super fun. I think without them, the movie would have been kind of to tell you the truth.
yeah,
I think the movie was borderline to do. to tell you.
I
No,
don't think it was
it's not to
good.
do. It's a good movie.
You just
man.
said it was to do without Jamie Foxx.
I said it's to do without the villains. The villains were my favorite part. They were fun.
Yeah, I think this movie used like cliches pretty well. Like there were
Yeah,
a
I
lot
mean-
of cliches, and sometimes that can certainly be a crutch, but they used them well. Like the villains, like they were very menacing, kind of classic, like again, one-dimensional villains. Like they were just very, they were psychopaths. That's kind of all they
to
were.
do.
But let's be honest now. Every Edgar Wright movie doesn't depend on the script, doesn't depend on the depth of the characters. It's all about the visual references. It's all about it's almost like Tarantino and like the pop culture look of it and just the
I would
reality of it.
disagree in that the Cornetto trilogies are comedy and they're hilarious, and that's why they're great movies. Is I think it relies heavily on the writing and that it is comedy, not just the visuals.
But for sure, but the thing is that Simon Pegg and Nick Frost have a great 1-2 like punch to each other, and they are, like you said, they are comedies, but the visuals are what sets his movies apart. Like the fast cutting and the hyper reality. Like all his movies are
And
movies, you know, they're hyper borderline comic book movies.
That's a rough comparison, I think.
Really? Why? Scott
The
Pilgrim.
Tarantino movies?
I think the pop culture, the part of them, and the
Tarantino movies number one above anything else is the writing. It's above anything else.
I mean, yeah,
There's no visuals in Pulp Fiction that are epic.
Yeah, but there's a lot of pop culture reference and a lot of pop culture feel. And well, I guess not so much Pulp Fiction. It definitely starts with Kill Bill.
yeah, the more
Actually, it
recent
definitely starts with
ones
Kill Bill.
are
Pulp
definitely
Fiction, yeah.
flashy
I mean,
movies.
Kill Bill, yeah. But Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, solid writing, excellent story.
I mean, he's top,
Not
he's one of the best,
not
if not the
visuals.
best writer of all time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a rough comparison to
I'm
But
saying
I see I see the similarities though. With
the tone of this movie could be the same as Kill Bill or Django or Hateful Eight. Of that's just a hyper realized version of something. You know what I mean? Like Inglourious Bastards is like Tarantino's hyper realized version of a war movie. Django's his hyper realized version of a blaxploitation movie. Kill Bill is his hyper realized
lean
version
on
of a
those
kung fu
genres
movie.
that already kind of exist. Like this is his just take on a musical meets an action film.
Exactly. And actually in the Grindhouse, the 3 fake trailers that were in it, one was directed by Rob Zombie, one was directed by Eli Roth, and one was directed by Edgar Wright. The don't one. Don't. That was Edgar Wright directed that.
Yeah. But I do think this movie could be almost looked at as like a bunch of music videos strung together with like a basic plot holding them together.
Sure.
And this
I can
is,
agree with that.
to me, I fucking love this movie, but I think you can look at it like that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't think it's I think it's a cool thing to do to try to set a movie on those exact things. You know what I mean? That's a cool idea, and he pulled it off really well. Like it's a well-made movie. It's not the best movie, but I definitely would recommend it to people.
Yeah. But you could still probably shave 15, 20 minutes off.
Sure. I feel like you can do that with most movies though. I mean,
True.
you can take a lot off a lot of movies.
It's not into just under 2 hours, I think this movie was.
Yeah, like an hour and 53.
Yeah.
There's like there's a middle part that I fell asleep through all 3 times I watched it.
Which part?
Like, I don't know. I fell asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, I just feel there's like it's kind of like the love story and the build to the final job. I feel like could be a little like sped up a bit. Like there's like the part that kind of sometimes bothers me is when they go to the diner where like Bats is like, let's go to the diner. I'm hungry.
Mhm.
And he's like, I don't want to go. And then they're like, and he just is like menacingly orders 4 Cokes, acts like he's going to kill her, and then just leaves. It's like, they're not going to eat. Like he's not hungry. What happened?
It was they needed a way for the crew to find out who she was.
Yeah.
So that's how they fit it in.
Yeah. Little convenient things like that kind of like made some crutches on this film.
I also think the biggest convenient thing is that they're in Atlanta, which is a super busy city, and there's no way that they'd be able to drive cars through there like that. Like, there's no way in hell.
He's that good, dude. He's just that good.
Yeah, but there was
Baby
no
Driver,
traffic.
dude.
There was no
WRX.
traffic. There was never
There's no
traffic.
You never
There
been
was
in
the traffic that one time where, and then he stole a old lady's car.
Yeah,
and then they almost stole a car with a baby in it.
Do you know what made
Baby
me
Driver.
kind of mad too? Is that he's always touching everything in the car, the steering
Yeah.
wheel. He's tapping his fingers on the doors. Like, where's the fingerprints? The cops would find them, right? They leave a lot of those cars in the parking garage.
Yeah, this movie's dumb as fuck, guys.
He never
Not a
even
great
Listen,
movie.
he
Listen,
never
you
even
can't.
drove a baby.
The movie's cool because it's edited to music. The way they made this movie is cool. The movie is not a great movie.
All
You
right.
gotta appreciate the style at least, right? You gotta like.
I gotta sure,
appreciate-
sure. I
appreciate
appreciate.
the
I
camera
appreciate the Beatles. I don't listen to them. I listened to one Beatles album.
You are. An
I
Edgar Wright
watched the
fan,
Cornetto.
though.
I watched the Cornetto trilogy. And
You're
I
not
don't
a
even
Scott
watch the
Pilgrim guy?
third one. I watch Hot Fuzz and I watch Shaun of the Dead. Those
You
movies.
should
are
watch.
great.
You should watch World's End. It's pretty great. It's sci-fi. It's fun.
I would.
it's
I'd
fine.
probably watch it. I
It's
mean,
definitely the
fine.
weakest of the three.
I mean, Hot
definitely a
Fuzz
weakest
is the
of the
best.
three.
I think
Hot Fuzz is
is
a
the
great
best.
movie. Shaun of the
Yeah.
Dead's a great.
I
movie.
like Shaun of the Dead probably the most.
Great.
I like
can't-
Hot
couldn't
Fuzz
tell
'cause
you
of
which
how-
one I like more. I watch them so often that I'm like, I hate this one now, and I want to watch this one. Then I.
Right.
go
You should
back and
watch the
forth.
third one, dude. Check it out again.
I'll
You
probably
should
never
give
watch
a
it
shot.
now. Now that you recommend it.
Have you seen it or no?
No,
Oh, you haven't seen it. Okay.
good.
no.
It's
Schwartz
about-
told me to watch it, so I'm not gonna watch
You
it.
would, you
It's
would
about a
like it.
pub crawl, and then they go.
You would definitely like
They're doing a pub crawl, and then like fucking robot cyborgs show up, and like they have to fight their way out. It's pretty awesome.
It's like it's them. It's like drunk guys
sounds pretty great, actually.
against the apocalypse. Drunk
sounds
guys
like-
against the apocalypse. more or
It
less.
sounds like a third version of that movie.
Yeah,
Those movies.
it is. It's awesome.
It is.
It's great.
It's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
That's what
definitely
I
worth seeing.
love. I love Edgar Wright. I love those movies.
Well,
Baby
those-
Driver
yeah.
is not.
Simon.
Simon Pegg is a co-writer
Simon
of all
Pegg,
those
Pegg.
movies too.
Yeah, Simon Pegg and Nick
Yeah.
Frost,
Nick Frost
are
too, right? Yeah.
huge influence. Like though they make those movies, and I think that's probably obviously though why I like them a little more.
And Simon Pegg plays like this such a douchebag in this movie too. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny because he doesn't like
hilarious.
look this part, but he's like this like cool like badass, like not really badass, but like a dude that like thinks he's badass.
You know who he
Funny-
thinks he is? He
funny
thinks he's like the brother in Step Brothers, the guy who's like, I want to
Yeah.
make cash, bro. I want to get
Right.
ass. Like that guy singing "Sweet Child of Mine." That's who he's playing. He's
We
playing.
were
that
just
guy.
talking about how Step Brothers is dumb as fuck.
And I was saying Step Brothers is fucking great as fuck.
I
Dude,
think
so-
Step
Step
Brothers,
Brothers
is the
is-
worst.
Step
of-
Brothers is a classic comedy of all.
It's
the
one of my
classics of all time.
One of my favorite comedies.
These ridiculous statements, but
It's
whatever.
so
I,
good,
I
dude.
love it.
Classic comedy. Go ahead, give a fuck yourself.
One of the
Boats
best.
and Hoes, dude. Best rap song of all time.
You just hate fun. and
Absolutely insane. You guys are insane.
I mean,
Oh, anyway,
I think
talking about shitty movies. Back to this one.
Edgar Wright's new film looks amazing, man. Last Night in Soho. I can't wait.
Yes.
To see it.
Fuck yeah, with the girl
wait to
from
see that.
JoJo and
Yeah.
Anya Taylor Witch.
Yep.
What's that
That's
supposed to
the
be
one.
about? Anya Taylor
Who
Witch.
cares? She's like going back in time. She's in the
Okay.
20s. She's today. They're going
Oh,
back
really?
and
Not the
forth. I
20s,
think
it's
they
the-
scissor at some
It's the
point.
60s, not the 20s.
Same thing.
Is it
No,
all?
right.
Is there time travel involved?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Time
sick.
travel, mirrors,
I don't
Anya
know
Taylor Joy.
hardly
Watch
anything
the
about
trailer. It looks amazing.
I almost don't want to. I want to just.
No,
Don't
you
watch
should.
it. Don't.
Going
No,
blind.
don't. Don't
I
listen
like
to
going
Schwartz.
blind.
Just watch this shit blind. I'm not gonna watch anything else after it.
Yeah, I'll see any Edgar Wright movie. Like I love Edgar Wright movies.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
It's definitely gonna be better than this piece of shit.
All right, what's your favorite Edgar Wright movie?
Me,
Yes,
Hot Fuzz.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. See, I have a hard time picking between Shaun of the Dead and this movie. Honestly,
I
for
got a
Edgar Wright.
hard
Really?
time picking between Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead.
I think this is a really good movie, and I think it's a really. I think the thing that makes this a good movie is how well made it is. It's like a really
Yeah.
well made movie. Like the cinematography matched up with the score, matched up with editing it's pretty brilliant.
It's all one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They made
It's-
it. They made it. They made it match the music. Cool.
Yeah.
Music
And I
video's
think-
been doing that for decades.
The writing maybe leaned too hard on that. Maybe he like
Generation.
But that's the point of it, though. That's this movie is. That's it. That's the gimmick.
it is.
And they succeeded in that gimmick. Doesn't
Yeah.
make it a great movie.
I think that it has a lot of holes, but just like any other true genre movie, it always will. Like true genre movies will. Like Kill Bill's got tons of holes. Everything's got holes, but it's enjoyable enough and you're entertained enough that you don't care or at least can overlook it. You know what I mean? At least that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think I'll relate it back to like musicals again. Like I think a lot of musicals are like that. They're just very almost basic love stories that
Mhm.
aren't that deep. It's more about the performances and the look and the feel of this movie. It's just like it's more of the vibe of a musical. than
Are you a
anything.
fan of musicals?
I like musicals. Yeah.
What's your top 3 musicals?
Top 3 musicals. Probably Grease, and then La La Land. I fucking loved. I love La La Land. And then I don't know.
Is La La Land a musical
Mary
though?
Poppins.
Is that
Yeah,
is it a true
definitely.
musical? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. There's all sorts
I
of
mean, if
singing
we're
in it.
talking movie and
the
or Broadway, then yeah, I would
La La
consider
Land
that absolutely
opens with
musical.
a giant music and dance sequence in a traffic jam. You don't
Yeah,
get
but
more
like
musical than
for
that.
I was for some reason I was thinking specifically stage plays, but
Okay.
yeah,
I haven't-
don't.
I
There's
haven't-
no difference. I don't think there's a difference. So
I've seen like the basic ones, like Singing in the Rain, Mary Poppins, La La Land, Sweeney Todd. I've never
Lion King,
Fiddler.
Aladdin,
Oh, those count.
all
Okay.
all
Oh,
Disney
great.
movies are
Then
musicals.
Aladdin. Aladdin's the best musical of all time, in my opinion. Then
Fiddler's pretty sick. You guys see Fiddler on the Roof?
with swords. Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, dude. Fiddler on the
It's
Roof,
okay. I mean, it's fucking.
I think we-
old,
I
dude.
think-
That,
I
that's
think we
just
should
it's
watch-
old and
It's fucking
epic as
old.
fuck.
I think we
It's
should
so-
watch the.
It's probably like 5 hours long too.
I
think
think
we
I
should
should make
watch
you guys
the-
watch a musical.
I think we should watch the remake Spiderman on the Roof.
A music. We haven't done like a straight musical.
I don't
have
think
we?
we've done a musical.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. We should do something
Let me
classical,
think about
like
it.
Like Citizen Kane, something like
Right.
that, you know, but
Okay.
musical version.
Have you guys
Think
all
about it.
seen Singing in the Rain? I mean, not Singing in the
Yes.
Rain, Sound of Music.
Yes, I've seen that.
yeah,
but I haven't
yeah.
seen it in 15 years.
It's been a long fucking time too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I've definitely
Right.
seen it.
Let me
I
think
think
about it. Let me
those
think about
those
musicals
those are
I
one of
like.
those movies. Those probably both those movies are movies that would count as like one of those. I've seen it, but I don't remember. So therefore,
This
we
is the
haven't
thing,
seen
though.
that kind
Like,
of argument.
am I gonna enjoy these movies watching it? Like, is it like La La Land, to where there's actual parts without musical that they're having story, or is it just straight up
Yeah.
all?
What about
musical?
The only
Mary
movie,
Poppins?
the only movie that doesn't break the music is
Evita.
La Miserable.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
never breaks?
That's a
It
good one
never
too. That
breaks.
was that was
Go
good.
fuck yourself. That's the worst movie ever
Which
made.
one? The new one? The newest?
The new one
Jackman?
with like Meryl Streep.
the Hathaways. I don't think
Anne
Streep's in that.
Hathaway won an
Streep-
Oscar for Anne Hathaway won an Oscar for
Streep-
that.
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Les Miserables.
Crow.
It's
Jackman.
it's
Crow.
Hugh Jackman.
Streep's
Hugh
not in that?
Jackman. No, Hugh
Either
Jackman
way.
and Hugh Jackman's in it. He's the man in that. I've seen
May
it,
as well be
actually.
Cats. They make it to be hated.
Yeah, I'm
on.
not gonna
I've
see
seen
that.
Cats on Broadway, actually. That was cool.
I went to
Was it
West Side
great?
Story.
I mean, there's some great music in Cats. Yeah, I was super young, but I can respect it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I remember
Memory is a
I
pretty
fell
great
asleep
song.
during West Side Story, and I
Cats
saw
is the
that
worst
live
musical
when I
ever
was a
made.
kid.
Did you guys see the trailer for the new West Side Story, Spielberg's version?
Yes.
I haven't seen the trailer.
It stars Ansel Elgort, the guy who plays Baby.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Ansel.
Yeah, it looks pretty great. I mean, it's got the Janusz Kaminski
It's got that look.
cinematography. So
Yeah, of course. Does Spielberg work with anyone else?
not since Schindler's List.
I think so. Anthony, are you frozen? You just made a weird fucking face.
It looks
Make a
like
weird face.
Quasimodo.
Okay.
It's like Quasimodo.
Is that a musical? Quasimodo? Isn't
It
that-
That's
is.
From,
Isn't
is
it?
that
It is.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is a musical. Phantom of the Opera musical.
I've seen that too. You know, my first musical ever I saw on Broadway was The Lion King, and that shit was crazy.
I saw The Lion King no less than 4 years ago,
Nice.
and I cried.
the
It was
animated
pretty
one?
great. It was pretty great.
I didn't cry, but I there was a point
You
where
cried.
I
a little bitch.
got a little teary eyed.
You cried a little
Number
bitch.
one,
You little bitch.
we grew up with these songs. We grew
Grew
up
being a little
with
bitch.
like I grew up being a little bitch for these movies.
Matata.
I'm kidding. I
Kuna
get it,
fucking
dude.
Tata, dude.
I get
Circle
it.
of Life.
Circle of fucking life, dude.
I get it.
Can you
man.
feel the love tonight?
Can you feel the love, dude? Elton John.
Dude, he crushes
These
that song.
songs we know. We grew up with these. It had an effect on me. So to see them, not only have you seen it, Jake,
The
on
Lion
Broadway?
King?
On Broadway?
Oh, no,
Or-
that'd be dope. I've
pretty
seen both
awesome.
movies. I've
The
seen the
things they
new one and the
do.
old one.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
come out in the audience and shit. They walk.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
a full goddamn elephant walking through the audience, made up of like 10 people
Nice.
and they're singing Circle of Life, and there's like people up in the audience playing the drums, and there's Simba go, "Ah, I'm not-" it's ridiculous.
Rafiki
Ridiculous.
comes out.
I just looked around and I got a little teary. I was just like, but I love musicals. I think being on stage is one of the most amazing things, and like people enjoying your performance and shit. I can appreciate it because I've been, I've tried to do similar things. I've been on stage, played music, people liked it. It's fun. I can appreciate when you're at that level, killing the game at that level, to where people like me are in the audience, like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to enough like musical plays. I've been to like hundreds of concerts, but like actual musical performance plays, like I haven't been to. Like Broadway, I've never been to Broadway.
Gotta go.
Best Broadway show is also the best musical I've ever seen, movie or show or play, and that's Book of Mormon.
I had tickets to that, then COVID happened. So I was that was the worst part about COVID, other than the 20,000 people dying, or however many
Mormons.
people, 200.
Who cares? You didn't get to see the show.
Fuck those people. Yeah, I didn't see fucking. Book
you know
of
who
Mormon
doesn't give a fuck about COVID? Utah.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City.
Weird.
Dude.
Yeah. Weird,
so that's
weird cycle
I got to see that on Broadway. That's the best musical I've ever seen.
I bet.
But also, I love all musicals. Wicked, I saw that, not on Broadway, but I saw it, as a show. I mean, come on.
Well, I think I saw Fiddler. That's maybe part of the reason I like Fiddler.
As a play?
I saw it as a play. Yeah. As a kid. So
that's cool.
That's probably why I have like a little bit of like a lean toward that movie, because I enjoyed the play.
My like recollection of Fiddler on the Roof is a 2 or 3 box VHS set that my parents had.
That movie's long as fuck.
And like they would just put it on every now and then and it'd be like tradition. I fucking hated it.
What is Fiddler about?
Fiddler on the Roof is about Amish, the Amish people.
Jewish.
Are they Jewish?
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
They're
sold Jewish family and the dude's a fiddler and he hangs out on a roof.
It's about tradition.
Brilliant.
It's about marriage.
Family,
it's about family. It's a big thing.
It's a bit, it's heavy on like the relationship.
It was
of a family.
3 VHS tapes.
Yeah, so it's like the prequel.
I legit think it's 4 hours or something long. It's like
so it's like the prequel to Fury Road type of movie.
I don't see how it's related to Fury Road at all.
Exactly. It's exactly the same thing. It's a musical about a life among the Jewish community of pre-revolutionary Russian village. A poor milkman determined to find a good husband for his daughters, consulting a traditional matchmaker. And matchmaker, make me a match. That's from Fiddler on the Roof / Mrs. Doubtfire.
And there was an episode of Gilmore Girls that they did this play in.
Have you guys ever read any Kurt Vonnegut?
I said Amish. Huh?
Have you guys ever read any Kurt Vonnegut?
Yes.
So I'm like 7 chapters into his book, Slaughterhouse 5. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how this hasn't been adapted into a movie yet. Like, it's one of the most crazy books I've ever read in my life. It's so old.
A lot of his shit hasn't been adapted, just because his shit's so unique, and it's like hard to like visualize.
Bro, do you know who can make this movie perfectly? I'm telling you, Guillermo del Toro can make that movie.
Maybe.
Make that movie.
I mean, I can see that, but I'd still like. It's always just hard for me.
Did you guys
to,
see the trailer for Nightmare Alley?
Adapted. No. Is that the new gear? Is that the new Del Toro?
Guillermo, dude, stars Bradley Cooper and Cate Blanchett. Looks pretty great.
Yeah, I saw a cast for that. It looked fucking great.
So Slaughterhouse 5 was made into a movie in 1972.
Yeah, right. Well, it was kind of like a B movie though. Like it never really. It was like a almost like a Roger Corman type of movie.
We can't really agree on what a B movie is on this podcast, right. So
yeah, I guess not.
I think Champions was made into a movie as well, and it wasn't good.
I think Baby Driver, in certain cases, you could consider a B movie.
Oh, you can't,
Jake.
Yes,
this is like a high budget, high.
Not that high budget. It's not that high budget. I listened to an interview with Edgar Wright, and he actually paid for like the 4 days of reshoots that they did because they didn't want to give him the money. He took a less out of his fee.
Yeah, can we
so fucking expensive
without looking up like what it is? Can we all guess on what the budget is?
Yeah, okay. I'm saying like 30 mil.
And that's not high?
No, that's not a high budget movie. That's like a that's a
How's that
that's
not
a
fucking
medium
high
movie.
budget.
Lot
That's
of
double
money.
digit millions. I think
That's not a high
B
budget
movie.
movie. Is like $100 million.
Okay, if you're comparing Edgar Wright
that's a
to Michael
high-budget
Bay,
movie.
yeah, like, those are two different types of ways you would even make a movie.
There's different tiers of movie though. Like independent film is like 500,000 to like 10
Exactly.
million.
Those are kind of B movies.
Listen. No. A B movie isn't about the budget per se. It's about the content. It's about what the movie is. It's like genre movie. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
I agree
Proof.
with. But
Death
I
Proof
would
is a
I would
B
say
movie.
37 is a big. I would not say that's a small budget movie.
Every
But
Robert
I will
Rodriguez
but I
movie
will
is
agree
a
with
B
you.
movie.
I will
You know
agree with
what I
that.
mean?
Budget doesn't necessarily have anything to do with
Shaun
what a B
Shaun
movie
of Shaun of the Dead is a B movie. Hot Fuzz could be a B movie. Like
Shaun
that's
of the
why
Dead
when
is an
they
$8 million movie.
That's but it
I
doesn't
don't
only
see
have to
those
do
as
with the
B
budget.
movies.
It's a genre. Like it's a genre. It's not.
I
Only
think they're
budget.
considered B movies because they're not like the A list. Like they don't have
No.
A list stars. They don't have like these
No.
A lister
It's
people.
because it's
They
the
don't have
type
the
of
A list
movie.
money.
It's the type of
B
movie.
list. It's the
It's
the
the-
lesser known actors. It's the small release movies. It's those independent movies.
No, it's the genre.
I understand that there is a style.
Like
but
Arrival could be
I think
considered
you're
a B
thinking of
movie.
like really? That's a sci-fi.
Yes.
That-
But most sci-fi
Arrival's a
movies
B
can.
movie?
It's fuck
What are
no,
you guys' definitions of B
multiple
movie?
Academy Award nominations, giant like celebrities in it, huge name directors.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
say it
about-
right now.
I don't know
I'm gonna
about
say it right now.
Arrival.
Kill Bill can be put in that too.
I
So
think
could
Hannibal,
Django.
Cannibal Holocaust, that could be a B movie. I'll
Great,
give you that. I
super
think
B movie. Yeah.
Maybe even
True
like
Romance could be considered a B movie.
still no. I still don't think so. I think
Hey,
there was
have you guys
probably a lot of
ever
money,
seen
a lot of
B
big names on
movie
that.
starring Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen the B movie.
And no, that's not a B movie. It's a movie about a bee.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
That's not a B movie.
That's
no.
not what we're talking
Is there
about.
a definition for B movie we can like look
Are
up?
you
I
ready
don't
for
even
it?
want-
Because I have
Yes.
it right in front of
What
me.
is it? What is it?
B movie. And Schwartz, you're gonna hate this. A low budget movie, comma,
Budget movie.
especially parentheses, formally in parentheses, one made for the use as a companion to the main attraction in a double feature. That's what a B movie is. It's the B side of a record. There's a good movie, and then there's a shitty movie playing right before it.
That was made
But it's
for low
also
budget.
based a lot around genre too, like genre. Of
I
movies.
think you're
I-
you don't
thinking
see
of Grindhouse.
you don't see like a you know,
You're
but
not
those are
thinking-
B
that's
movies.
different.
Those are
Interesting.
fucking B
Interesting that
movies.
you're separating these two.
So listen, so like a romantic comedy is not going to be a B movie. Like a fucking war movie is not going to be a movie. It's going to be sci-fi. It's going to be action comedy. It's going to be horror. You know what I mean? Those are the genres of B movies.
No, I think B movies can be like romantic comedies too.
Name one romantic B movie.
I like probably like movies that like the Duplass brothers have made.
No,
Like
that's
old-
not a
old
B movie.
movies of
That's an
those.
independent film. B movies are based on
I
genre.
think-
I don't know. I think we're just disagreeing.
We are, but I think we're both right. I think what it is,
I-
we're both right.
I'm
think
right
you're
about the
bo-
low
I think-
budget thing. I'm definitely
Yeah,
right about
I
the low
think-
budget thing. You can't consider like a fucking $20 million movie a B movie.
I
But you
disagree.
but you can make the movie. You can make that movie for a lower budget and be the same type of movie. That's what
You
I'm
can
saying.
have
You
a
can
genre.
You could take that and make it for lower and have use the same script because it's that type of genre.
I would say that a B movie is traditionally a low budget,
Mhm,
low stars,
mhm.
you know, traditionally even horror, sci-fi. I don't think that has to be the case, especially in the budget. I don't think. I think you can make a B movie with a high budget. I don't
Yes, you
think
can.
budget.
They
I don't think
have.
budget has. I don't think that I don't think having a higher budget takes away from making a B movie. If you want to make a B movie,
I think you
A
can
B
say
movie.
it
I would agree with
has-
Schwartz that say at this point, B movie has become more of a genre than what it traditionally
Maybe.
has been.
Every movie Robert
I think
Rodriguez
it's a
has ever
misconception.
made is a B movie.
I think,
I mean,
but I think
also,
those are
Terminator,
more
Terminator.
He makes super low
Terminator-
budget
He does.
Terminator's
he
a
makes super
B
low
movie.
budget movie, and he
Terminator's
makes it on
a
a
B
shoestring
movie.
budget by himself and minimal crew. So I think
Yeah,
that can be
I would
argued
absolutely
with Robert
consider
Rodriguez movies,
Robert
for
Rodriguez.
sure.
Terminator's a
low
B
budget or
movie, though.
movies.
Oh, the
Terminator's a B-
Terminator,
Terminator?
yes, the
Yes.
Terminator 2,
T2?
certainly
No
not
fucking
a
way.
B movie.
But you can
Certainly
use
not.
that script to make a B movie. It's just it has
Sure,
a higher budget,
they're
so it's still a
related.
B movie with a higher budget.
Terminator 2 is certainly not a B movie.
It's a B
can't even
movie
fuck-
with a big budget. It's
No,
got
it's
this.
not.
It's a genre movie.
That's an oxymoron. Saying
No, it's
a
not.
B movie with a big budget is an
No, it's
oxymoron.
not.
You
It's
can have
not.
a B movie vibe and be a big budget. You can have that grindhouse feel, that indie feel, but it's not a fucking B movie.
All
If
right,
you have
everybody
big
ready to guess?
stars,
Sure.
Big
It's a B
stars
movie
for
sure.
big budget is not a B movie.
It's a B movie
I-
at heart for sure.
I think
At heart.
I think James
But
Cameron.
but I don't
would
think
agree.
I don't think
think
Arnold
James Cameron would
Schwarzenegger
agree.
was Arnold Schwarzenegger. How big was Arnold Schwarzenegger for Terminator 1? How big of a star was he?
Probably not that
Not
big.
at
I don't
all. It
know. I wasn't
big.
alive in
It wasn't
80.
big at all.
I bet that's what made him, right?
It was well,
Yeah.
Conan.
Conan, but
made it.
even after
Same
that,
era, same time.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Conan wasn't even his fucking
Term-
voice.
Ter-
It was
Conan
just,
made him. Terminator made him a fucking like superstar.
Conan probably got
we
him the
could probably
role.
say that Terminator
And-
1 is a B budget. I mean, a
and
B
James
movie.
Cameron-
I think that's fair. It's one of James Cameron's first movies.
started at Roger Corman's spot, like writing and directing Roger Corman films. Like he comes from that, like The Abyss, Terminator. These movies
The
can
Abyss
be
is not a B
made
movie.
for a B movie budget, man. I'm telling you, the script can be made as a B movie and it still be the same type of
Yes,
fucking movie.
it could be made for a low budget, sure, but it wasn't, and it so
The
that
genre
makes it
of
not a
the
B
movie
movie.
makes it a
The
B
fact
movie.
that it was not, no, it's the fucking
Yes.
budget in the release and all that. That's what
No.
makes the B movie. He
No.
read the
It's
definition.
the genre.
It's a low budget.
The
budget was
definition is
first
on fucking
thing.
definition is probably on that
we
fucking
can't- hey, listen,
Wikipedia
it's-
or,
I read.
or
I did. I'm
there's a
just because I read
misconception.
what
yes,
fucking.
just because what it says on the internet, Jake, doesn't mean that's the real definition.
No,
so
your
don't even
opinion
think
is
that.
wrong. Is
It is-
different
No,
than
it's not.
Oxford's
You can't accept
dictionary.
those
but whatever.
things.
It's
This
not,
happens
dude.
a
It's
lot.
Merriam-Webster.
happens a
But
lot.
I'm just saying. I would say, listen, traditionally, this is the definition of a B movie. But we have to. There can be can we call them B style movies, like a movie that's
Sure,
meant to
yeah,
feel like a B
Yeah,
movie,
it has a B movie feel.
but because it was $30 million, it
That's not.
technically
Yeah,
isn't.
if you have a large
Sure.
budget and big names and a huge release,
but it's
that's not a big
meant
movie.
to
If you're-
feel.
B movies aren't released in fucking like hundreds of theaters nationwide. It's released in 50. It's released in a town. It's like that's
Would you consider Death Proof a B movie?
Yes, but it's perfect.
No.
It's purposely
it's a
B movie.
grindhouse movie.
But that grindhouse movies are B movies.
No, B movies
Yes, they
are
are.
often grindhouse movies. Grindhouse it's a moose
Yes.
deer situation. A grindhouse movie is not always a B movie. A B movie can easily be a grindhouse movie.
They're the same thing.
Not necessarily.
Yes, 100% necessarily. Yes, they are. They're the same
No,
thing.
the definition of B movie is low
they're not
budget.
the
The
same
definition
thing.
of B movie
Grindhouse is a
low
very
budget.
specific. I think almost all Grindhouse movies are B movies,
Yes, they are.
but I don't think all B movies would fall under the Grindhouse category. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
so what's the grindhouse category in your guys' opinion?
I think
then?
Grindhouse category is
that-
a gory, fucked up, sexually
Those
motivated.
horror sci-fi
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
like
a double
slasher.
feature. Like
Yeah.
Grindhouse is a double feature. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, but those
It's
are
a
all
double
B
feature
movies.
of a yes.
those are
and
made to
they are
feel like B movies.
No, I'm saying
It was
I think
released
mostly B
In
movies.
every theater in America, a movie released in
Here's the thing, is
every
I
theater in
consider-
America.
I
with
consider Death Proof a B
Listen,
movie.
attachment
Robert
is not
Rodriguez,
a B
Robert
movie.
Rodriguez, and Quentin Tarantino making those movies as grindhouse movies was to make big budget B movies. That was the point of them. That was the
To
point of
make
them.
movies that feel
I
like
agree.
Yes, that's what they were. They were
to
big
make
budget
big budget B movies.
Yes, that's what the point of it was.
Okay, but that's a specific type of B movie. That's not what a B movie is.
Listen, The Matrix
Okay, what's
is
the
a B
second
movie.
part of it though?
The
Big
Matrix
budget
is
what?
A B movie.
A low
The
budget.
Matrix is a B movie?
The Matrix has it's core.
Every
It's-
fucking movie is a B movie to you.
Oh my god! All right, fine. Let's
If it
just
has a
agree.
sci-fi
Let's
or
agree to
horror in it,
disagree.
it's a fucking B movie to you.
Let's agree to disagree. Yes, that is the point. If
Okay,
Ex
let's
Machina-
agree to
Ex
disagree on the
Machina-
definition.
I don't agree with
Ex,
that.
The
Ex
written
Machina could be
definition.
a, could
I
be
don't
a
agree
B
with
movie.
it. Every horror is a B movie. I don't
No,
agree
in
with that.
Schwartz's
Okay.
opinion. In Schwartz's
Okay,
mind,
fine.
every fucking
Why?
sci-fi.
Why is every horror is a
I
B
don't know.
movie?
Ask Schwartz.
Most horrors can be B movies. Like you can even
That's
put James.
yeah.
You
they're
can
all-
even put James Wan's newest movie. That piece
They
of shit.
can be, but they're not. That's the thing. They can be, but they're not.
Name a horror movie that's at heart not a B movie. Besides for like maybe like
Scream.
Midsommar or the Scream could be a B movie.
It
dude.
could be, but it's
100%.
not.
It's
That's
a
what I'm
B
trying to
movie.
say.
It's in the
It's
vein
not
of
a
a
B
B
movie.
movie. Yes, it's a
It
big
is, but
budget
it's
B
not a B
movie.
movie.
It's a big budget B movie. So is Terminator 2. So is The Abyss.
Okay,
You're
here,
ignoring
can
the definition
we
of a word.
can we just
I'm
agree?
not.
How about we agree with
Yes, you
this?
are.
That we could agree with this. We could agree with this. There is. Let's make a subcategory, a big budget B movie.
You guys can make that up if you want.
I'm not making it
No,
up. I'm
we're
trying to be the
literally- you're
mitigator
literally
between you
disagreeing
two
with
F
what
words. All right,
Webster's
I'm just
dictionary
saying.
says.
We're not. But fuck the dictionary. Because
I'm just saying it's
we-
ridiculous to disagree with what the fucking dictionary says.
No, it's not.
That's
what
It's
you're doing.
not
Fuck the
ridiculous.
exactly what you're
Oh, yeah, fuck the dictionary, bro.
a B movie is a movie with a feel. It is not about the budget.
100%
It
true.
is definitely about the budget.
No, it's not.
I disagree.
It's fine. Let's just stop talking. It's never gonna end.
So
I hope
let's
one
just
day-
agree.
I hope one day
Let's
we
make
can
let's
talk
make
to
a
Tarantino
category.
and ask him what his definition.
Let's make a
is.
category. We'll call it big budget B movies.
Fine.
Fine.
Let's just make it. Let's fucking make it up
Fine.
out of our
Make-
minds.
If we're
So
making
we
stuff-
have B
if we're
movies,
making stuff up,
And we
can create
have
something
you
made
shut up, Jake. We have B movies and we have movies that are meant to be B movies, but for some fucked up reason, someone gave them $30 million to fucking make it.
And
Those
let's be clear,
assholes.
Bro,
And let's be
I'll
clear.
fucking show you a B movie.
$30 million
Unzip your
is
pants.
not
Show me a B movie.
$30 million is
a
not
big
considered a big budget movie in Hollywood. It's not. That's one thing you guys gotta realize too.
I think it is.
It's mid range.
Thank you for
It's a
teaching us
mid-range
something.
Movie. It's a mid range movie. It's not a big budget movie.
It's
big
not a
budget-
low budget movie.
It's only.
It's
It's,
not a
it's
low
right on
budget
the
movie.
cusp.
I think
And
I have
Not a
phone
low
call
budget
from,
movie.
I
from the
think
mayor
it's
of
like
Hollywood.
zero-
Not
I
a low
think
budget
he
movie.
says.
I think it's like
Not a
0
low
to
budget
50.
movie.
Okay, I heard you the first 3 times. I
It's
think
not
a
a
low
low-budget
budget movie is 0 to 15 million, and then after that, it's a mid range until it gets to like 80.
That's cool that that's your opinion on budgets.
No, look it up, you fucking asshole.
It's not a low budget movie.
Look, okay, fine. It's not a
It's
big
probably
budget
like-
movie either. It's a medium budget film.
What, like 30 something
All right.
million? Is
So
probably-
again, we're finding a middle ground.
You
We'll
said
call it
30.
medium.
Look it up.
You look it
There's
You
different
look it up.
tiers.
You're wrong.
I know I'm right. There's tiers of budgets and what they're considered, like Fincher movies,
You're
Denny,
crying. You're crying tears of budget.
Denny movies before he made a Blade Runner. Those are mid-level movies, like 20 to 50 million dollar movies. That's mid-level budgets.
What else can you teach us about movies, Schwartz?
I don't know. Ask. Can you show receive? Just
Do
ask.
you have
Me.
a favorite scene?
Yes, it's the chase scene actually.
Which one?
The
The one that wasn't in a car. The one that wasn't in a car.
Okay, the one that wasn't in the car.
Who's that?
Oh, look at this, a little podcast action.
Oh, whoa, it's Georgie.
Oh, it's Georgie.
Guys, making me watch movies.
Georgie.
Have you seen
What's
Baby
going on with
Driver?
you fucks?
Have you
Hey,
seen Baby Driver, Georgie?
I love that fucking movie.
Is it a B movie?
Why do you love this movie, Georgie? Georgie doesn't know what a B movie is.
You don't know what a B movie is.
The cartoons, how they fucking
Disagree.
edited them down like on set. I think the fucking soundtrack's amazing. I thought fucking Jamie Foxx fucking killed it. It's just a good fucking movie, dude. It's a fun ride from beginning to end. It's like Han Solo in Atlanta, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Han Solo in Atlanta.
Yeah, like this fucking like the kid reminds me of Han Solo. You know, fucking fastest fucking car in the fucking.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Hey, Georgie, I have another question for you. Georgie, what would you how would you define a B movie?
How I define a B movie? It's something that is completely aware of itself and it knows that it's a B movie.
Thank you, Georgie. Thank you.
Would you consider budget in a B movie?
A budget?
Yeah. Do you think a B
budget?
movie has to do with the budget?
No. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it does. I think the origin of the B movie started because of a budget, and now there's just a B movie style that have big budgets. You know what I mean?
Jake, you lose.
Oh, I know. Jake hates it, but he's wrong.
Jake, you lose.
Well, that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Yes, it
No,
does.
yes,
You
it
guys
does. You're wrong.
have
There's
all-
3 against 1 right now.
I got the dictionary on my side, bitches.
Yeah, well, the dictionary.
Fucking suck, dude.
Well,
Oh man.
Oh my god. Am I on the podcast right now?
Oh
You're
yeah,
live,
Yes, you
baby.
are.
Georgie, you're making me watch movies.
Okay. Oh, nice, man. Well, in that case,
You have any more light to put on your face?
Hey, JJ, look, JJ's going to be on the podcast too.
Who?
JJ, audio mixer JJ. Come on.
Oh, JJ, what up?
Hello, Schwartzy.
You have any more light?
No.
The darkness is.
We're on the best highest. We're on like a B movie budget right now.
But it doesn't necessarily have to do with budget.
It has everything to do with budget.
Not at all. All right, guys. I actually have to go back to work. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, see you, dude.
Enjoy, bro.
Georgie.
Damn, I was gonna ask him one more question, but he's gone.
No more question.
I was gonna ask him if Orange Cassidy reminds him of the main character of Baby Driver.
Orange Cassidy. Who the fuck's Orange Cassidy? It's a great name.
It's a pro wrestler.
Oh.
That I feel almost models his character
No wrestling
after,
questions.
after the Baby Driver character. I feel like that's where he like adapted his like gimmick and like kind of attitude from, because he always wears he's a wrestler that wrestles with sunglasses on, which is completely rare.
How funny was it when they got the Mike Myers mask and they got the fucking Austin Powers mask?
That's my favorite scene.
That was
probably like the
These are Halloween masks.
So
there's a Mike Myers mask. They were Halloween.
I read that they couldn't get the rights to the other one because it was expensive. So Edgar Wright just called up Mike Myers and was like, "Hey man, listen, this is our situation. Can you approve this?"
Makes me so happy.
And Mike Myers was like, "Hell yeah, dude."
Because it's great because they're still wearing like the Halloween like whatever like costume, the coveralls, but it's like but because it's that dark blue coveralls, just like Mike Myers.
When he goes, I said Halloween masks. These are Halloween masks. That shit, I laugh thinking about that shit.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
The funny part.
That's the one good part of this movie.
Especially if that's a true story and that's like kind of like happened as like a weird, almost organically that joke happened. And it wasn't like even purposely written in. If that's true, that's funny as fuck.
That's what he said.
That's great.
So listen, the movie was good. It was cool because of one thing. It was the way it was edited. That's why this movie was cool. The way they shot it, how perfect they had to get it. I heard they had the editor on set, right?
Yeah.
That was like rode with him every single day. He was in. I think I remember seeing a thing where he was in the stunt cars, like live editing the movie between whatever cameras were shooting at the time. That's insane. That's cool. Doesn't make it a great movie.
No, but there's some fucking killer filmmaking. Like there's the craft and the precision of the filmmaking is pretty on point.
It's top notch. And the DP, Bill Pope, he's a pretty legendary DP in his own right.
The fuck is that?
That's the editor's laptop at the end of the thing.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I remember seeing that. It's pretty cool. All his hotkeys are all fucked up.
Fast editing, dude. It's quick.
Fast editing.
They get into it.
But Bill Pope, he's directed DP a lot of big movies, and he is kind of like considered one of the best action DPs of all time. So he was a fitting dude to do it.
It was good. The action scenes were great. Not a whole lot else to say about it.
I loved the bad guys, man. I thought John Hamm was awesome.
I love the bad guys I loved the bad guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark. They were great like comic book characters.
Crazy you say that. Crazy you say that because one thing I forgot to say was I feel like Edgar Wright is one of the only modern day filmmakers that has any of the Spielberg-esque style. Like his movies are always really at the end of them, and at the core is like sentimentality, empathy. They're pretty bright, like pretty bright at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like they deal with family or people having issues with each other. I feel like he's the only filmmaker today that's kind of on even not he's at that level of sentimentality, but he's kind of throws it in there. You know what I mean? I wanted to say that. I definitely want to say that. I can see that. Yeah.
Like they're simple, but they're like they kind of have a little bit of a little message behind them, a little bit of warmth to them.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. No matter what movie it is, besides for like Saving Private Ryan or Schindler's List, there's always empathy in his movies. There's always a warmness.
Schindler's List is a movie about empathy.
Yes, but it's not. You can't compare it to like The Terminal or fucking E.T. You know what I mean?
The movie is about him getting Jews from not being murdered.
But at the end of the day, there's no like sentimentality in it. Like there's no good good times. You know what I mean? Like the sentiment of what he did was good, but there's never a scene of where like he's hanging out at the fire at Christmas time, and, like hanging out,
With
you know,
the Jews.
drinking coffee.
Yeah, the
you know
very
what I mean?
end. The
There's none
very
of
end.
that.
The very end.
There is no
Well,
Christmas
kinda,
in that for
kinda.
The
a
very end. It
specific
was like
reason.
the end of A League of Our Own.
By the way, A League of Our Own, I watched it the other day for the first time in like 10 years. That's one of the best movies ever made. We should watch that movie for this podcast. That's an incredible.
I'm not sure if I've seen that.
That's an incredible
I'm not
movie.
sure.
It's
I
an
can't
incredible
remember.
film.
I feel like I have, but I don't remember it very well at all.
We should watch that.
Who
because it's
directed
great.
that?
Penny Marshall.
Okay, we could fuck with a
It's
Marshall.
P. Marsh.
Yeah.
She's
P. Marsh.
it's probably her best movie as a
I
director. It's a
think we
fucking great.
It
out
has one of the
women directors as
longest.
well, so let's
It
rock
has one of the longest P scenes.
That's the first time I ever saw Tom Hanks. Was in that
classic
movie.
Tom Hanks pissing.
Classic
Dude.
Tom Hanks PP.
He's pissing
Yeah.
all the time.
He pees in every movie.
He's in every movie. It's in a
Does
writer.
he? Really?
Yeah, it's
He
his
pees in
writer.
every movie. Yeah, in Green Mile, he had a peeing problem. In the
That's true.
terminal, there was there was a pee thing.
He
yeah.
tells what Nixon or one of the.
Oh yeah,
one-
I have to pay.
piss
Yeah.
in Forrest Gump. I think in Captain Phillips he's pissing off the side of the boat at one point.
In the where he crashes the plane, not Captain Phillips or not the Sully burger.
Sully.
No, the other plane crash. Castaway.
Oh, Castaway.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
big
let's put it
P
this
thing
way:
there.
Castaway might be his best movie as an actor. Let's be honest.
Castaway is one of the
Castaway's
greatest
pretty
movies
great.
ever. Yeah.
It's great. He's definitely
Robert
great.
Zemeckis. I mean,
Yeah,
Zemeckis
he's
made
great
some
with
great
Zemeckis.
films.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Roger
Forrest
Rabbit.
Gump
probably,
comes to mind when it comes to his best work.
Robert
You're right.
Zemeckis is.
You're right.
Well, I mean, Forrest Gump. I guess pound for pound is a better film, but I think I think I like Castaway better than it a little bit, just because I just like the story better. I like the performance
You like
better.
the story.
But I think Who
Story
Framed
of
Roger
Forrest Gump is
Rabbit.
incredible.
It's
Who
more of a
Framed
B
Roger
movie,
Rabbit?
yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the best
He's-
Zemeckis movie.
he's-
There's no way you could
okay.
top that.
I was gonna say Tom
no way
Hanks
you
is
could top
not in.
No.
Who Framed
I'm just
Roger
saying,
Rabbit.
like, I don't think anything's ever topping Who Framed Roger
was
Rabbit.
the
That's
rabbit,
one of the
dude.
best movie ever.
He was not the rabbit.
no,
the
he was
rabbit,
not.
dude.
He was not the rabbit. He was Jessica Rabbit.
Oh,
Ooh,
so fun fact. I
nice.
met this transvestite. I think it was a male who dresses as a female,
Okay.
and he was also a drag queen. And his her
Just beep out the words just in case you get canceled. Just
Sure,
beep them
copy.
out. Yeah, copy. Yeah,
Beep,
cool.
beep, beep.
Yeah.
Her drag caught like her, what she dressed as, like people have these personas, was Jessica Rabbit. I'm not gonna
Nice.
lie, I saw pictures of this dude dressed as Jessica Rabbit. I was
Not
into it.
too shabby.
I was into it. I can't remember his real
You
name,
like
but
what you
anyway,
like, man. You like what
I
you like.
met a dude. This was on. Remember when it was on the same trip that I met you, Jake. It was in. It might have been in Berkeley. I think I met
Eugene.
it. Anyway,
Okay.
I met a cross-dresser drag queen. Not, I guess all drag queens are cross-dressers. I met a drag queen whose persona was Jessica Rabbit, and I was into him. Anyway,
I just thought
Not
a
so
cross
surprising.
dressing drag queen reminds me of
Your mother.
No, it reminds me of Tropic Thunder. A dude playing another dude.
yes,
It'd
yes,
Be like
less racist,
yeah, but
more draggy.
cross dressing drag queen. So you're dressing up as a drag queen.
I've been to
also
enough drag
cross-dressing.
shows to know that
Whoa,
I'm into it.
nice.
Anything else about Baby Driver we have to say?
Didn't like
good.
it as much as I hoped I did.
I thought you were gonna really like this movie because I thought you would kind of put it on the same length as Tenenbaums, and that like it was something you haven't really seen before. I thought that's why you'd like it.
No, because I like Edgar Wright for other reasons, not
Okay,
this
respect.
one.
I get it. I don't think
I-
he'll ever top Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is the best movie ever.
And I don't think it was a shitty movie by any means. I just at no point am I like, it's not a movie I'm gonna think about. Again, I'm gonna forget about this movie pretty quick.
Okay. You should try to watch it. If you ever watch it again, watch it with commentary. It's pretty cool to listen to Edgar Wright talk about like all the
I
stuff
watched
they
it a
did.
couple times, but yeah, I could definitely watch it with commentary and see
Yeah, it's
what's
pretty
up
dope.
with it. I rented it. I didn't buy it. If that says anything.
See, the thing is on Prime it was $2.99 to rent or $6.99 to buy, so I just bought it.
I thought I'm not gonna watch this after 48 hours.
No,
I definitely
enough.
bought it a long time ago.
fair enough.
That's because you're an idiot.
I love it. I love this movie. I can't help
That's a
it.
good one.
You love B movies. We can accept that. Let's rank it.
Fine.
Jake, what's your favorite B movie?
Definitely Terminator 2. He's already said it a million times.
Terminator,
Terminator
2.
2's there's no. Okay. Oh, hey, real
biggest
quick,
budget B movie ever.
real quick. Let's take guesses. Terminator 1. What was the budget?
3 million.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Schwartz says 3.
It's probably less than
6
3.
million. I'll double
Jake
his.
says 6. 6.4 million for Terminator 1. Terminator 2.
Nice.
Guesses.
Oh, shit.
90? 90? I think it was one of the
Schwartz says
first
90.
that was like huge. I think it's one of the
Yeah.
first really big budget movies.
I'll go
180. Double it.
no, I'll go like 110.
You
100
looking at that
million.
right
100 million. I'm looking at it right now.
now? Oh, okay.
100 million. So
Was
that's
that one of the first $100 million?
$95 million increase for the second movie.
Yeah.
Was that one of the
So
first
well.
$100 million movies? I think it might have been.
Had to
Like,
have been.
in Jurassic Park, maybe.
possibly?
Yeah.
I do not know that fact. I just Googled an unprecedented
that
budget
time.
of $102 million in 1991, 3.5 times the cost of the average film, approximately 15 times the cost of the $6.4 million budget of Terminator was reserved
Damn.
for Terminator 2, making it the most expensive film to date. You're welcome.
Wow.
Nice Herschel hat, Schwartz.
Thanks, man.
Potentially the
Herschel
best
bag
movie of all
now?
time.
I do.
Terminator 2 or No Country for Old Men?
Terminator 2. Well,
that?
those are
Terminator-
easily probably my favorite 2 movies.
What's that?
No
Terminator
Country
2.
and Terminator 2.
I mean, those are 2 solid fucking picks, man.
Yeah. Those
It
are
really.
probably my top 2
Those are great.
choices.
Those are great.
I have a hard time deciding what's my favorite movie between those 2.
The thing about No Country is that Anton Chigurh as a character is just so fucking enthralling that it's
yeah.
like hard to ever turn away.
Every
Like, it's crazy.
character in
And,
that
and the way
Which
that
one's that? Tommy Lee Jones?
No, it's
No, it's the
Javier.
Sh-
And the
Shigeru.
way it ends too, with him just fucking getting in the car accident and driving away, you're just like, all right, all right, bye. You just killed this chick, bye. Such a great movie, great fucking movie. That goes. I mean, I know we're always talking about the Coens, but that movie is based on a novel by Cormac McCarthy, who's one of the best writers of modern like noirs too.
Cormac McCarthy.
Come in with the milk.
Come on, the milk.
Come in with Cormac McCarthy.
The Road's cool too.
The Road's great. I love that movie. Viggo Mortensen is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Ranger.
Indeed.
Yep.
Should we rank this piece of shit?
Let's fucking do it.
51.
51, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You hate
I'm
it.
going 43.
I didn't hate it. I'm looking at all my other movies. I'd rather watch 50 movies before this one.
Yeah, wow.
43.
43. Wow.
Yeah. No, I
Alright.
mean, that's not saying much
I've-
either.
I'm going surprisingly high even for myself. Like I'm looking at it and I keep thinking like I enjoy this movie more than all these other movies. I'm going number 11.
You're a psychopath. 11? Hold on. Let me look at your
11.
stupid fucking list.
Right under Creep. Right above Royal Tenenbaums.
Is Royal Tenenbaums still your number 1, Anthony?
Yeah. I don't think we've watched anything better than that so far.
Pretty great movie.
I mean, Indiana Jones and Back to the Future, I'd almost rather watch, but like you said, Royal Tenenbaums, not knowing the director, I mean, knowing who the director was, not ever really sitting through one of his movies. It was a Harold and Maude situation.
Yeah. Same thing with Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard, Harold and Maude are my 2 favorite movies we've watched on this podcast.
According to this, it's Godfather and adaptation.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're better movies, but I think I've never seen Harold and Maude. I never seen Sunset Boulevard, and I've heard of them, and they were just like movies that I'm glad I watched them. You know what I mean? I was like, these are great movies. I think
They are great
Sunset
movies.
Boulevard. I like Sunset Boulevard more than Harold and Maude. Honestly, I thought Sunset Boulevard was amazing.
Yeah, Harold and Maude.
I want to watch more Hal
for
Ashby
sure.
movies. I've been meaning to do that.
Same. I tell you, there's some of them hard to find, but yeah.
He has
watched,
one with Peter Sellers I want to watch called.
I watched that Being There.
Yeah,
think.
I need to see that. I have it.
I just saw that recently.
Was it good? It looks.
It
great.
is. It is pretty good. It's kind of weird. It's a little the pace is a little slower, but it's still a good movie. I definitely like Harold and Maude more, but it's still like a fun movie. It's the Peter Sellers like kills it. his character is very like interesting. So it's a
Yeah.
fun watch.
I feel
I
like the
mean-
modern day Peter Sellers is fucking Sacha Baron Cohen, so I'm into that, you know.
I can see that.
See
Yeah.
that a little bit.
The only Peter Sellers movie that I can think of right now is
Strangelove?
Doctor Strangelove.
I mean, that's
And he
one of the
plays
best
like
movies
4
of all
different
time.
characters, but that's honestly I can't think of another Peter Sellers movie.
Yeah, he's made a lot. Not a lot of I've seen though.
Doctor
But yeah, no.
Strangelove is one of my favorite movies of all time,
No, it's pretty great.
and I watched it less than 5 years ago.
For the first time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I've probably seen it 15 times since.
that's pretty great. All right, well, Edgar Wright's new movie comes out soon. Everybody go see it. It looks fucking
Hell
sick.
yeah. That'd be great,
Everybody
killer.
go see that movie, and we'll talk about it next week.
Next week
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Oh wait, no, we got to do Halloween movies now.
Right.
Sleepy
we're-
Hollow,
we're
baby.
October now, so Sleepy Hollow.
Number one, Sleepy Hollow.
All right, Sleepy Hollow.
Who's it? Whose turn? Is it Jake's or is it your turn,
No,
No, I
Schwartz?
just picked, so it's Schwartz's turn.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, it's one of Tim Burton's best movies.
I'm in. I love Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so
in.
good.
I mean, I've never seen it.
I don't remember it fucking hardly at all. I definitely saw it when it came out in fucking
do
1999,
you,
but
do
that
you
was
remember it,
20
Anthony?
years
Do you
ago,
remember
so
it well?
I don't remember it.
I remember pretty well.
It's pretty great.
It's
And
amazing.
what I love about it is it's one of his only R-rated movies, so it's super violent.
It's one of the first like movies that I saw that made me want to build something from a movie.
And you know what else is dope? It's DP by Emmanuel Lubezki, which is pretty awesome.
Oh,
I've
is it?
never heard of him.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that. That's dope. I'm now
It is,
even
yeah.
more excited. That's great.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like Halloween because the Headless Horseman, doesn't he have like a fucking pumpkin head or something?
It's based off of
headless.
Sleepy Hollow, one of the
Sleepy Hollow,
oldest
yeah.
Halloween stories.
You
of
know
all
the
time.
Headless Horseman.
Headless
story.
Horseman. Yeah, it's based.
Yeah.
Headless Horseman. Yeah.
Ichabod Crane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm more like almost. I don't even remember that. I know the story. I remember the characters. I don't remember.
Dude, it's
All right,
so,
so we're gonna
it's
watch
so
that.
Tim Burton-y.
Yep.
We're gonna
So
watch. We're gonna watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That's gonna be my pick for Halloween. And Jake, you're gonna.
Well, we're
wanna
doing
watch-
one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch him however you want. But
I
we
haven't
only
really
watch-
decided. I'm
Jake
still
wants
kinda-
us to watch Zombievers.
I
So,
do.
yeah, but
It's
And
not a
they're-
Halloween
really,
movie.
do you really think we're gonna allow to
It's a
talk about
horror
for that
movie.
movie though?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's
Hey,
a fucking.
but I've also
B
never seen it.
It's a
Yeah,
B
hard.
movie.
That's a
That's a
B
B movie. I'll give
Uh,
you that one. That's definitely a B movie.
I don't think we're gonna have a lot to say about that movie, but I mean, it's your
Let me
pick.
think about it. We'll start next week. We'll start with fucking Sleepy
Next
Hollow.
week,
Next
we're
week.
watching Sleepy Hollow. Thanks for listening to another episode of Make Me Watch Movies. Watch Sleepy Hollow. Follow us on Instagram. Make Me Watch Movies. Shout out to the big cat.
Meow.